What is going on YouTube? This is Dirty Kid and welcome to another video guide for Basketrio. Today we're finally gonna talk about the top 10 advanced tips and tricks that will help improve your gameplay. I'm currently in my third week of playing the game and I just reached the Hall of Fame 1 promotional matches, and I thought of finishing this video first before I attempt to reach that sweet legend rank. Now, if you're just new to the game, I highly advise that you first watch my other video, which is the top 5 tips and tricks for beginners. But if you think you're ready to see more advanced stuff, then let's get dirty. I'm gonna start with tip number 10, which may not be very obvious for a lot of players, but you can actually reset the levels of all of your skills. You just have to go to the skill upgrade page and the reset button is right over here, which is most of the time being blocked by random announcements. So I won't blame you if you didn't see it in the first place. Now, this simple feature is extremely helpful once you've decided which role to main. You can just reset those random skills that you leveled up when you were still experimenting with other positions which you're not planning to use again anytime soon. This way you can get back all those precious skill books you've spent and use them to other more useful skills that you need to max out. Now, tip number 9 is the most common mistake I see players make even in the Hall of Fame ranks, which is kind of weird. I main power forward, so most of the time I'm the one doing the jump ball for my team. Now, if you're not the main big man of the team, I highly advise that you go and defend your opponent right after the countdown instead of just wandering around and hoping that your big man will win. This way, your opponents will less likely to have a guaranteed open shot in case your big man loses the jump ball. Tip number 8, make smart decisions. If you're a big man, don't waste your time stealing the ball because it's not really something you're really good at. This will just delay your movement and you'll let your opponent outrun you. Now, if you're a point guard or a shooting guard, don't bother too much running towards the basket and getting the rebounds if someone misses a shot. If you see that your big man is already in the position to do the rebound, then just try to guard your opponent in case your big man loses that rebound. Tip number 6, using face-up too much will slow you down. Your opponent can easily leave you behind if he dashes away and you're holding down the face-up button the entire time. The best time to use it is when you can predict that your opponent will drive forward so you can stop him from doing so and hopefully make him crash on you and lose the ball. However, make sure to always be in the right distance from your opponent when defending. Being too close will let him easily get past you if he dodges the face-up, but being too far away will give him the chance to be successful with a step back move or with a fadeaway. Tip number 5, assist defense. Do your best in reading the pattern of your opponent's main scorer even if you're not the one primarily defending him. The player defending him may have a hard time blocking the shots if your teammate is just primarily relying on his reflexes and not really predicting what the next move is gonna be. If you get a good read on your opponent's next offensive move and if you are in the right distance from him, then don't hesitate to leave the player you're marking so you can help attempt in blocking that annoying overpowered pull-up jumper. Geez, nerf that thing already, for crying out loud. Tip number 4, having full stamina is extremely critical, especially on defense. So whenever you can get the chance to slow down for a bit just so you can recover some of it, then do it. Stop and recover if you have that opportunity. Don't waste any effort if you know you can just stop and watch your teammate execute those nasty dribbles he's been practicing all week long, even though he's already wide open. Just shoot the ball, you sicko! Tip number 2, don't give up too early. Please don't give up. Some players get pissed off right away if their teammates commit few mistakes early in the game. If your team falls behind 6 or 8 points, you shouldn't surrender right away. Instead, take that as the opportunity to learn and be a better player by facing that challenge. Having a good performance can still give you a good PPG number at the end, in spite of not getting that win. For me personally, PPG, aka points per game, is also another important identifier on how good a player performs on the court aside from his win percentage. And last but not least, for our tip number 1, turn down or turn off the music. And now a big disclaimer here, this may or may not work for some of you, but for me, it surprisingly helped me a lot. Reducing the things that may distract you while you're playing can help your vision and reflexes gain more focus by letting your brain focus less on things that don't really matter that much. But at the end, feel free to do anything that you believe will help you more enjoy the game. And that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, go ahead and click on the like button and subscribe. I'm gonna see you next time right here on Dirty Kid Gaming.